Today, we're exploring one of America's most soulful, historic, and delicious cities, Memphis, Tennessee. Sitting on the banks of the mighty Mississippi River, the Bluff City is a cultural powerhouse that gave the world the blues, rock and roll, and some of the best barbecue you'll ever taste. Let's dive in. 1. Graceland, the King's Castle. Coming in at number 1 is Graceland, the iconic home of Elvis Presley and one of the most famous residences in the world. This 13.8-acre estate attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors each year who come to pay homage to the king of rock and roll. The mansion tour takes you through Elvis's lavish living spaces, preserved exactly as he left them. You'll see the famous jungle room with its animal print furniture and indoor waterfall, his gold records, glittering stage costumes, and personal memorabilia. 2. National Civil Rights Museum, Hallowed Ground. At number 2 is the National Civil Rights Museum, one of the most profound and impactful museums in the United States. Built around the former Lorraine Motel, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in 1968, this museum offers an unflinching examination of the struggle for racial equality. The exhibits trace the civil rights movement from the era of slavery to modern times, featuring multimedia installations, preserved artifacts, and immersive displays. Visitors can see Room 306, preserved exactly as it was on the day Dr. King was assassinated. 3. Beale Street, the home of the blues. Coming in at number 3 is Beale Street, the vibrant, neon-lit heart of Memphis nightlife. This legendary stretch of downtown is where the blues was born and where you can hear live music pouring out of nearly every doorway. Historic clubs like B.B. King's Blues Club, Rum Boogie Cafe, and the Blues Hall of Fame create an electric atmosphere. During the day, Beale Street is a walkable historic district with fascinating landmarks and museums. 4. Sun Studio, the birthplace of rock and roll. At number 4 is Sun Studio, one of the most important recording studios in the world. This modest studio on Union Avenue is where Sam Phillips launched the careers of Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and B.B. King. It's often called the birthplace of rock and roll. Guided tours take you into the original studio, where you can stand at the microphone Elvis used, see historic equipment that captured some of the most important sounds of the 20th century. 5. Stax Museum of American Soul Music, the Sound of Soul. At number 5 is the Stax Museum of American Soul Music, one of the most joyful and inspiring attractions in the city. Located on the original site of Stax Records, this museum celebrates the legendary label that gave the world Otis Redding, Isaac Hayes, Booker T, and the MGs, and countless others. The museum features more than 3,000 artifacts, including stage costumes, vintage instruments, and the legendary gold-plated 1972 Cadillac Eldorado owned by Isaac Hayes. You'll find a reconstruction of the original recording studio, listening stations with hundreds of 45s and LPs, and the Soul Train dance floor. 6. Memphis Pyramid and Bass Pro Shops, a modern icon. Coming in at number 6 is the Memphis Pyramid, a 300-foot-tall architectural icon that dominates the riverfront. Originally opened as a sports arena in 1991, it's now home to the world's largest Bass Pro Shop, a massive outdoor adventure retail destination. Inside, you'll find a giant cypress swamp with live alligators, 10 aquariums filled with native fish, a bowling alley, multiple restaurants, and the National Waterfowling Heritage Center. 7. South Main Arts District and Riverfront Parks. At number 7, explore the South Main Arts District, a walkable neighborhood filled with galleries, boutiques, and historic architecture. On the last Friday of each month, Trolley Night turns the district into a street party with free trolley rides and live music. 8. Overton Park and Shelby Farms, Green Escapes. At number 8 is Overton Park, a sprawling 342-acre green space in Midtown that offers a perfect escape from the city. The park features the Old Forest State Natural Area, one of the few remaining old-growth forests in the region, with miles of hiking trails. It's also home to the Overton Park Shell, the historic outdoor venue where Elvis performed his first paid concert in 1954. 9. Crosstown Concourse, a community hub. At number 9 is Crosstown Concourse, a massive, community-focused complex that was once a Sears distribution center. Today, it's a vibrant vertical village filled with local businesses, restaurants, and creative spaces. Don't miss the Memphis Listening Lab, a nonprofit public music library and archive where you can discover the city's rich musical legacy. Explore over a dozen restaurants and bars, including Crosstown Brewing Company and Farm Burger. And last 10. Cooper Young and Memphis Barbecue. And finally, at number 10, we have the Cooper Young neighborhood, one of Memphis's most walkable, charming destinations. Centered around the intersection of Cooper Street and Young Avenue, this artsy, progressive neighborhood is filled with independent shops, restaurants, and bars. Don't miss Burke's Books, a legendary independent bookstore, and the annual September Street Festival with art vendors and live music. Of course, no trip to Memphis is complete without experiencing its legendary barbecue. So guys, my ultimate list of the 10 best places to visit in Memphis. Whether you're walking through Graceland, standing in the room where Dr. King was assassinated, or tapping your feet to live blues on Beale Street, this soulful city promises unforgettable experiences for every traveler. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing travel guides from around the world. Thank you so much for watching. Safe travels, keep exploring, and we'll see you in the next adventure.